So as I alluded to in yesterday's video, I wanted to talk about how when Quinn Ewers functions within the Steven Sarkisian offense and takes the play beyond what the called shot is, and he actually comes down to his checkdowns, the offense really moves. So in the Iowa State game, he had a lot of moments where he didn't take that in the first half and the offense stalled. But then when the second half started, it looks like Steve Sarkisian must have talked to him and let him know, calm down, take the check down if it's not there. And their offense started moving. So let's just go through a few plays and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So without further ado, we're jumping right in. So here at the end of the half, second quarter, 58 seconds left. It's 3-3, third and 13. And so what we're going to have is that Texas is going to be in like a 4-wide set. So at that trips formation at the top of the screen, you got 3 people at the top and 1 in the middle is the tight end, 0. And then you have the wide receiver 1 alone set to the bottom of the screen. And so basically it's a 4-wide formation, but 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, but they're 4 wide. And so when this play is snapped, obviously Quinn Ewers is going to have some time. You have most of those routes are going further up the field, but you got the tight end running a crossing route across the field. You had number 13, Whittington, running out route on the other side, but Quinn Ewers is already basically looking to his right here. After he kind of comes back left, he kind of sees the tight end, but the pressure's coming up. But instead of him holding on to the ball like he did on the previous plays and taking a sack, he actually shows off some exceptional talent here. So this is not even so much of what I want to show in this video, but really more so just kind of showing you what he can do when he's confident and he's making a throw based on what he sees. So it is kind of incredible because when you see it from the other angle, you can see that this coverage on this play is not bad. Like the way he had to get that ball over that underneath defender, he had to throw that really well. Like, so that flick of the wrist, it wasn't even a fully set, get yourself set and throw the ball well. He kind of did that with just like the talent of his arm, just with that hand, and that ball went over the head of that defender and went right to the tight end for a first down. That's a fantastic play where I don't know if he can do that every single time, Patrick Mahomes like type of deal, but on this particular play, that was really well done. But instead of forcing the ball down the field and only looking for a deeper shot, he actually took the play to his tight end here, and it worked out well. So let's go on to the next one. And so in this play, we're in the third quarter now. So I showed you in the second half, he started to take his checkdowns more and not try to force the ball. It's 8 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter. In the second and 10, once again, well, actually this time not even 4 wide. Texas is 5 wide this time. So whether that includes the running back or the tight end, they like to mix and match different personnel, whether it's 12 or 11 or, like I said, 4 wide receivers. Actually, they do like to just spread their guys wide regardless of what type of players in the formation, which that creates a lot of mismatches for the defense. So as you can see, there's 5 wide. The defense kind of has to stretch itself out. But you're going to see Quinn Ewers step up in the pocket here. He's going to hit Xavier Worthy underneath on this play rather than trying to force the ball. So, if you watch the play, if you pull it all the way back, you notice that most of so he has 2 deeper routes. And I think in the first half of this game, he would have been looking to go deep. But I think Sark kind of calls for shorter routes so he can see those and actually take it. So if you notice, the receiver at the very top of the screen, the receiver at the bottom of the screen, and Xavier Worthy all ran short routes. Receiver at the top of the screen ran a hitch route. The receiver at the bottom, which I think is the running back, ran a hitch route as well. And Xavier Worthy underneath kind of runs a short little hitch, little curl, kind of turns around, but then as the pressure comes up and Quinn Ewers moves, Xavier Worthy moves with him. And Quinn Ewers, instead of trying to throw the ball down the field or just hold on to the ball and see if those down the field passes are going to get open, he actually takes this play to Xavier Worthy, and you let Xavier Worthy do amazing yards after the catch things here. And that's how you win games. That's how you keep your offense going. That's how you make things function. And that's all you have to do when the called play, when Steve Sarkisian's like attack of the defense isn't there. You can just take the play and get what you need to do. And so what we're going to see on the next play is more the same. It's literally, I think it's the next play after. 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 now. This time, Texas has changed the personnel a little. They moved down to 11 personnel here, 1 tight end, which is kind of like an H-back position behind the left tackle, and running back set to the right, and 3 wide receivers. And you're going to see that Quinn Ewers is going to take the check down on this play because Iowa State is playing zone, which means they're playing a deeper zone too, so they're going to cover the receivers down the field. No need to force it into that zone. There's no need to try to look for the big play when your running back is in the flat. Number 23 went out to the flat, and he's waiting. He's going to see if Quinn is going to drop the ball out to him, and that's exactly what Quinn does. It's a play action. The zone is dropping back. No need to throw the ball into a zone where everybody is watching your eyes. If you throw that ball down the field, they have a chance to break on the ball. Instead of doing that, he takes the running back instead. So it's taking the check down is a fantastic thing, and your quarterback needs to do it more often. And when Quinn does this, the Texas offense moves. And Alabama, when Steve Sarkisian was offensive coordinator, even with Tua and some of the other guys, we needed these guys to take the check down, because that will keep your offense moving. And when they don't, they hold them to the ball so long, they get hurt, they take sacks, the offense stalls because they're looking for a big play. They're talented, they can do these things, but it's not always necessary. And so we'll just keep on keeping on here. And I basically got 2 more plays for you to just kind of keep showing this dynamic, which is a little bit later on the same drive, I believe, third quarter, 6 minutes, 43 seconds left. It's 2nd and 9 now. And you're going to see that Texas is kind of in they kind of got the tight end once again, 0, kind of in the H-back-like position behind the right tackle this time. And they are in 12 personnel, so it's 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 2 tight ends in a pistol-like formation. Running back step behind Quinn Ewers, and you got 2 wide receivers. I think it's Xavier Worthy at the bottom, and you have Adonai Mitchell at the top of the screen. And on this play, there's going to be like a little RPO. So this is an RPO play, and you can tell it's an RPO because the offensive linemen are blocking up the field, like as if Quinn Ewers has a chance to to hand this ball off, and you got the tight end pulling because he's going to block. There's a pulling block, there's people pushing up the field. In college, you got to throw this ball before they get 3 yards up the field. Quinn Ewers makes the right decision, and instead of he could have handed it off here, obviously, right? It probably wouldn't have gotten anything, but instead of holding the ball here to see what's going to happen later, right? He actually takes his throw on time, because early in the game he wasn't being on time. He was waiting. He was holding the ball. If he was late here, if he decided to hold this ball and for some reason, I don't know if he decided to hold it and see what's going to happen, the cornerback would have jumped this ball. But he was very decisive and confident. That's what I'm pointing out here. It's not so much that this play had a deeper route that he's looking for and he needs to take a check down. It's more so the fact that he was confident in his decision making and he threw this ball. Earlier in the game, there was a throw, and I think I may have highlighted this in the previous video, where he waited long, and I don't think I did actually, but he waited long, and if he had tried to throw that ball, it would have got jumped by the cornerback or the defensive back. And I actually think that may have happened. They didn't get interception, but they did make a play on the ball. But on this play, he immediately pulls that ball out and throws it to Adonai Mitchell on this hitch. And the DB number 7, who's running toward Adonai Mitchell, doesn't even have a chance to impact that ball. Whereas if you're late on this throw, number 7 can jump in front of that and get the interception or knock it down. Anything like that, or the cornerback that's guarding Adonai Mitchell, he could have hit him and impacted the play. And so when you play well and within the system and doing these things, it can change how your offense functions and how you move and the rhythm that you're in. And Quinn Ewers did a fantastic job of that in his second half against Iowa State. So here's the last play. So, and like I said, all these were in the third quarter, so it was an immediate change turnaround for them after halftime. So obviously, I'm pretty sure that Stark got in his ear and said, "Don't force the play. Just take what I need you to take." So it's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10. Texas is up 15-9. You're gonna have 12 personnel again. So 1 running back, 2 tight ends for Texas. So you got Quinn with the running back set to his left, and both of the tight ends are kind of behind the tackles on both sides, kind of like an H-back-like position. I think you have Jordan Whittington at the bottom of the screen, close to the line of scrimmage. You got a receiver at the top. And what you're gonna, and that's Adonai Mitchell, I believe. And so what's happening is Iowa State, once again, they're kind of playing zone, watching Quinn Ewers' eyes, and there's a short little play here. Adonai Mitchell runs up, does a little hitch route, does the short little hitch in between the zone. Quinn Ewers is super decisive and goes ahead and takes that play. Which is, like I said, I think, and Sark kind of adjusted for what Quinn was doing wrong in the first half. Trying to do those deep vertical passing concepts that will take advantage of certain zones, and Quinn Ewers sometimes hit it, but then the issue is that other times he was trying way too hard to hit those deep plays. So Sark is adjusting, giving him hitch routes, giving him RPOs, letting him get acclimated to what they're seeing against this zone defense. Against a zone defense like this where they're playing back and they're watching you, don't force that ball. And so when Quinn Ewers is playing well within the system and he's taking his checkdowns and he's not trying to force the ball deep on every play, obviously there's room for that, and obviously Sark is calling certain game plans for that, then you'll be okay. But don't try to do that every time. And so when they play like this, and this is what I'm kind of building up to in this video, they're really hard to stop because Quinn Ewers is going to take the right plays because Steve Sarkisian is calling a great plays against the defense that you have, so things that will get open basically. And when you finally have to change up or you're trying to adjust to that, then he will adjust to those adjustments and hit you with a shot play or a play that's designed to take advantage of what you're adjusting to. So when their offense is humming along, it is difficult to get them off the field. And I'm interested to see what Washington will do to attack this. How will they get Quinn Ewers uncomfortable? How will they switch up their defense if things start going awry? That is what makes Steve Sarkisian a great play caller. He doesn't just call the same plays over and over again expecting the same result. He doesn't just let his system I think there's some offensive coordinators who just call their plays no matter what and don't really adjust that well for when the defense is doing something different. They just want their guys to execute because, yes, in theory, if they execute what you call, it should work. But you also have to make it a little bit easier on the player, and I think Steve Sarkisian does a fantastic job of doing that, as evidenced by the changes they made in the second half of this Iowa State game. So well done by Quinn, by Justin here, and Steve, and I'm interested to see, once again, how this Texas and Washington game is probably going to be my favorite game to watch in the semifinals because I'm just going to have a lot of fun. But let me know what you think. Are you excited for this matchup? How do you think Quinn Ewers is going to perform? Are you confident in it? Do you think Washington is going to get to him? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.